Sleepy Trekkie here. Trying out something new today. See how it works. Trying to be different from everyone else. And I need new shirts. So, let's jump to it. Today on It's Warp Time, we're going to go over the 7th episode of Star Trek Lower Decks, which was titled Much Ado About Boimler. Okay, so this is a jam-packed episode, and I have to say it's my favorite so far. I think it's also the most representative of a TNG episode with that Lower Decks flair. So, let's talk about what we got. Okay, I think we've seen our second multi-episode plot emerge. We'll see about that. I think I could be wrong, 50-50, but we'll find out. And second, one being this one. The first one being the energy creature that went into Captain Freeman, which has not been revisited yet. So this episode sets up is that the senior crew, Freeman, Kaz, Ransom, been tasked on a secret mission to go plant a seed. Sounds very Cerritos kind of mission. So, and they don't come back at the end. And when you see the trailer for the next episode, you kind of get the impression that it's a continuation of their secret mission that the Cerritos now has to get involved in. So we'll see about that. So the main overarching plot, or as I say, umbrella, is the visiting crew. Or as Mariner describes it as, the babysitter captain. Okay. Much to Mariner's surprise, the captain, Amina, is a friend of hers. They went to academy together. Which, this is another tidbit of information that supports Mariner is not a fresh enlistee. I mean, I'm saying she's in her 30s easily. She's old enough that people recognize, why are you still an ensign? I hope we find out by the end of the season exactly what's going on there. Okay. So, as we proceed through the episode, Amina makes Mariner her number one. And of course, Mariner starts to think that this is a way that she's going to get offered a promotion. And of course, she starts to act up like she always does. So I think it's pretty concrete and set in canon that the reason Mariner acts the way she does is an act. She does not want to get promoted, and that piece of information really has not been communicated to us for the reason why yet. So, there's a few subplots. This one's kind of messy when it comes to plots and trying to categorize them as main plot, overarching art, subplots, who cares? The main subplot is where the visiting crew comes, is a water treatment repair mission, which is kind of just tacked on there to give them something to do. It's really no value to the episode other than filler. But hey, you're going to have filler. The main subplot is Rutherford's transporter enhancements. It sets up two things. First, and the big one, where I suppose where the name of the episode comes from, is Brad, of course, volunteers to be demolecularized and reconstituted over and over again. And as if you've seen the trailers, he's slightly out of phase afterwards. Oops. Or as Rutherford says, that last part of the transporter process is sticky. So, Boimler is transferred to the farm. Ugh. As part of Division 14 that handles this. The freaks. Now, there was a cold opening, which was a really good one, and it is set up in there. Again, doesn't add any value to the overarching canon of Star Trek or anything, but we're talking about Tindy's dog. Dog very loosely, because Tindy, as in Ryan, doesn't have any clue what a dog really is. Tindy's dog is also a freak. And ends up getting shipped off to the farm as well. Everyone on the ship, the Section 14 ship, thinks that the ship is the farm. Because supposedly, we find out at the end, it just takes a long time for them to get to the farm. The farm really is real. It's a paradise. But you have to have something wrong with you to stay there, and the out-of-phase problems with Brad wear out, and, well, yeah, he can't stay. And, of course, while on the ship, Boimler does what Boimler does, and pisses off everyone to the point where they space him. Luckily for him, they already landed on the farm planet. And not to mention, there's also mutiny on there, but, you know, watch the episode. Okay, now, going back, the Rutherford transport enhancements, they come in handy later in the episode towards the end, where, once again, Mariner saves the day. After their water treatment repair mission, they are tasked with waiting or rendezvousing with the USS Rubidoux. Rubidoux ended up being taken over by a new creature. We don't know what it is. As they said in the episode, we think it's peaceful. Who knows? At the last moment, Mariner tells Rutherford, get them off the ship, and uses the new, faster transporters to save the day. So I really like how they interweaved this subplot, which in some other episodes couldn't just been a throwaway, and it leads to the climax and Boimler's adventures. It does come out in the episode that, yes, Captain Amina was planning on offering Mariner the #1 job permanently on the USS Oakland, but Mariner does say she's not ready. She wants to stay lower decks in ensign to find out what she wants, if she really wants to be a captain someday. But she does say if she's ever going to be promoted, she would love to be with her friend. So there's a lot in this episode. I really loved it. I hope you guys like this format. I know I got some reflections on this cheap dry erase board. And hey, it is what it is. I'm using what I have till it gets even better. You know, there's a few things in here that I noticed. Boy, Lord, they destroy a lot of ships. Now, not purposely, but at least this is the second ship that I've counted that's been totally wiped out. And we're not talking like freighters or little transports. We're talking about major classes. One thing I did notice, caught on, there was one of the freaks called Anthony, who, if you didn't catch it, the creature looked very familiar from that Unmentionable Voyager episode Threshold. Wondering if Anthony is the descendant of the Paris Janeway children that Voyager left out there in the Delta Quadrant. Though I would find it strange that they would have been able to already get them back here and stuff. Whatever. It's animation. But I'd like your thoughts on that. But that's everything that I have for this episode. I thought this was a great episode. I'm sure I'm leaving out a lot. If you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe. Help me grow the channel. Get monetized. So I can put out even greater content. If you like DIY stuff, at the top, Sleepy Craftsman. Check it out. I got 2 other channels in work. But I'm not going to let anything out of the bag yet. Spoilers. I know I'm nuts, but whatever. This is the Sleepy Trekkie, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Out.